Good morning, fellas. All right. How is everybody today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Let me make
Awesome.
sure I get my team to hop in here real quick. Oh, he's here. Okay, perfect. We got a big crowd today. I guess it was the holidays slowing things down. I sent out my normal text and email, and I had between this meeting and the other two, like 30 bookings come in the last hour. So I'm excited for today. And really excited to see a lot of you on the first meeting. I know a lot of you guys, it probably is the first one you've been on. So in general, I want to make sure everybody's in the loop for communication. I think I had a lot of you guys come here. Some of you guys are done for you clients. And I've realized that even if this is the best place for you to speak to me, it can be a hard time for you guys to get on. If you're a done for you client, you also have a weekly recurring meeting with just one-on-one with you and the team. Um, the main thing I want is for you guys to all download the Go Collab app. And so I'll drop a link to that. I'm going to find it in the App Store right now. This is where you can communicate with the team, get your questions answered at any time. And so let me see real quick. Go Collab. You just search Go Collab App Store. I'll drop the link here. Here we go.
Got it.
And this is what it looks like. So you just log in with that with your regular logins, and then anything you post in the community, we will answer. And then there is a private secondary community which you can swap. You can swap which one you're in for done for you clients, and then they have obviously it's just more easier visibility for my team on you guys there. So I'm going to open it up and let everybody kind of take a turn. I'm going to transfer my hosting to Nyan, make him the co-host here so he can help manage people trying to get in. All right, make co-host. And Nyan, what we should do is have everybody raise their hand if they want to speak. And that way, Nyan, we're going to try our best to keep track of who raises their hand first. And
Yeah,
also, we're going to try to prioritize the done for you clients first, give them like a little bit to come. They can hop back out if they need to. And let's go ahead and rip it, guys. So go ahead and raise your hand and let me know what you're working on. Mr. Contreras, how are you?
Well, I'm well, man. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody.
I
Um,
know.
Only question on our end is you said we get with the done for you a one
One-on-one
hour
meeting.
with 1 hour with IT. How do we access that or how do we sign
Yeah.
up for that?
So you can book one-on-one, like one-off meetings, or you can have a weekly recurring. It's just really important that like if you book something that you show up. That's the only thing. Because my team's got limited time. So whichever one you're more comfortable with and more sure of being able to show up with is best. And then Nyan can drop the client booking link. We have a booking menu where you guys can go and see all of the sessions that are available. Nyan, do we have two versions, one for done for you and one for done do it yourself?
currently we have the IT meeting for the DIY, and for DFY, it's the recurring weekly meeting.
Okay. What I meant is, do we have a difference? Don't we have two menus? Because they have the paid book a call button. One of them is not paid. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, I
Do we
understand.
do we
That's not
have
separated yet.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just send them the links. If you guys know which type of client you are, and then Nyan, if you can drop the so you do get a one-on-one. Yeah, we need to separate those two menus for do it yourself and done for you clients. Nyan, that should be a priority. And then we will drop the link right there. So that's going to show you all the session types and take a look at it. And so I'll break down for you guys what these each are. So if you are an affiliate, You have your one-on-one onboarding with the IT team. You get one-on-one with them. Now you can use that for any type of trouble you're having, any type of help you need. And even if you're an affiliate and done with you, everybody gets one of these. You have unlimited access to the sales and marketing group coaching, and that's really these are the two first meetings you should do. So we call it step two. Step three, kind of once you have your sales and marketing strategy oriented, you're going to head over to the implementing AI. That's the group coaching for native AI or native setup of anything in Go HighLevel. And then this is the one for if you're integrating like third-party voice, like a third-party AI chat system. And then we've got these three different support meetings. These are for done for you clients. So we've got IT support. That's a one-off you can do. And then we've got the creative team that can help you with ads, websites, funnels. And then this is the weekly recurring one I was speaking about. And whether you are DIY or done for you, you can do a one-on-one call, 30-minute call with me. It's 200, or if you've got hours banked, it'll pull out of your hours. And so that should break that all down. Now, Nyan, I think we shouldn't call this internal meetings. That would mean one of us meeting with another one of us. You know,
Yep.
we should call that done for you client meetings.
Just updating that right now.
Cool. And guys, we'll continue to clean this up. This menu should make things much, much easier because we have a lot that's available to all of you. And we're just working on making sure that we're calling everything the right thing so it's easy for you guys to understand it and kind of map the path out for you. Let's go ahead and open up some questions on this if anybody has any, and I can help clarify.
Oh yeah,
I'm not
I think
here.
this is pretty much quite clean. Like it makes sense in terms
Yeah.
of yeah. Like the internal meeting they confused me though because I had seen this menu and I
Yeah.
assumed it was something for you guys. So
Right.
that makes sense.
Well, it's because of a confusion we had a while back where I had created an actual internal calendar and I didn't tell the team that's what it was for. And then here we are way later with some residuals of that miscommunication that happened a while back, but we should have it cleared now. And I would just call this done for you client meetings. And if anyone that's not a done for you client books for one, we can assume that that's what they're wanting to start. And we'll talk to them on the meeting about that. So I'm excited to
You can refresh the page.
Oh, awesome. I just relaunched ads too, and we just had, I might have to clear my cache or something. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, the webinars are cooking and the same day booking system we're using is working really well. Normally we'll get 10 bookings when we send out a message at 10. And I said, you know what? Same day we're already getting 80% show rate, but what happens if we open up one more slot and we got like 16 bookings like that? So, and you guys are all going to be able to get my webinar funnel. I just finished. I'll give you guys a couple updates. So I talked about the instantly replacement, and I'm talking about the webinar setup. Those are really two different snapshots that I'm working on for you guys, and I just finished laying everything out last night. So now we're cleaning it up and packaging it into a snapshot. I'm filming the videos, and so probably a week out on these two on having an actual snapshot. But I already have the docs for setting all of it up. So the webinar flow, we've got like the text nurture and everything that goes behind that, so you guys can set it up and run same day webinars. Like I was saying, I get much higher show rate and meet with way more people per day doing it that way. And then we've got our email setup. So I had sent you guys all some documents that show you how I do my cold email. I had the 3 initial emails for small business owners and then for affiliate campaigns. Actually, I spent the entire day doing it yesterday. I built this system that will do, and so it's got a bunch of custom fields we got to add. This will take AI and write your email for you every single day, custom to the person you're reaching out to. And so it instantly has this huge guide on like scoring emails for a high open rate. that's what I've used in the past, and I copied it, and I had the GPT-4 or the GPT Pro, the expensive one, work on this, and it still took me the entire day. But it'll take your seamless data, and it'll look at if they're a if they're it'll take the data and it'll write the emails for you. I don't want to get too much in the weeds because I feel like I should focus more on answering y'all's questions. Actually, now that I'm seeing some of you on here that I know have specific questions, Aaron, did you get everything figured out?
No, I still have a long ways to go.
Okay. Did you get the
But
community?
most of it's all on my exporting from um, Active Campaign. Yeah, I've
Right.
got to clean up that list. I have multiple lists that need to be cleaned up, and then I'll be able to set things up. I'll still need help once I
Okay.
bring it in, but
Okay. Well, just let us know if you run into more technical issues. But I think did you get in the community? Do you have the app and everything?
I do.
Good. And then you saw how to access Go High Level support too, right?
Yes.
All right. Between those two things, we should be able to answer all your questions. And just let us know when you get to that point. One thing I can say is that well, let me ask you, what kind of cleaning are you having to do of this list? What is up?
Uh, I have multiple lists where my previous web designer thought we should have many different contact forms, and not all the contact forms matched. A lot of them would bring the contact in, but when it transferred the information to the CRM, it did not transfer the correct information. So
Okay.
it just dumped it into a file. And now I've got to go back through and tag everything
So just
in the
segmenting,
proper.
a lot of
Yes.
segmenting that has to be done.
Yeah.
All right. The implementation meeting that's on Wednesday would be the best one to go to.
Okay.
And I'm getting a little excited and I was talking about updates and doing all kinds of other stuff. But now I'm realizing like it really is important that I try to stick topic to topic so everything I answer applies to everybody. To just be respectful of y'all's time. I don't want to let my excitement end up wasting your time. So tell me, somebody shoot with the next question. And today we can still be pretty open format, but I am gonna, and what I mean by that is we can talk about whatever, but I am gonna focus on y'all's questions rather than giving updates. Um, what you got, Mr. Oliver?
How you doing, Rob? Hey,
Good.
I'm still going through your checklist here. On getting all those things done we talked about. I also have a snapshot of that software that you said that would be great. We could work together to figure that out.
Remind
Uh,
me.
that was the one that refers to all the real estate, the agents. That software I'm having the snapshot done for. I think I,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I remember now. When you said, so you're talking about like the SaaS we're building in high level.
Right, right. So they're going to transfer it over, and I can use it for anything that I
Right.
use
Okay.
to
Got
access
you.
those guys. So it'll be a third way besides social media, emails, uh,
Mm-hmm.
setting up the regular workflows and all. So seems pretty easy that way. I don't see a real hard issue here. I just need
Mm-mm.
to keep up with you guys because you have so much. It's all out there, and I'm like, oh, okay. There's a
Yeah.
lot to unpack.
I've
So
been Well, also, guys, please help me know if I like, Aaron was giving me some information and I realized like when I first started sending my emails, I was sending to everybody and then now I've got it automated so it should be filtering right. You guys will get the client emails and won't get the non-client ones. And so it should be easier for you to filter through information. I don't want to overload you guys. And I'm trying to get like all of my systems that I have like all brought in native and out to you guys as quickly as possible, but I don't want it to be overwhelming. Um, Tell me if there's one thing I can do for you on this meeting, Mr. Oliver, what would be the most helpful? You just want to kind of absorb, or do you have any specific goals?
well, and like I said, I'm trying to absorb everything you already have. I'm going back to the master class, going over every
Mm-hmm.
single point you made, taking notes and see how it kind of
Oh, I love that.
works with my system and kind of
Mm-hmm.
integrating it and then figuring out, what the done for you programs are versus do it yourself programs. I'm so brand new to this, right? So
Yeah.
um it's all brand new.
So
So yeah, it's but I got a mind for operations. I'm a systems
Right.
operations guy.
We both are. And that's
Yeah.
I think that's one of the main things that there's no other, I mean, there may be, but I'm one of the only affiliates and people that's going to have ran a business with 100 employees and 2,000 active clients all in HighLevel. You know, HR, creative, appointment setting, sales, like all of those departments managed in here. And the systems that they have to manage it now are way better than what it was when I was managing it too. One thing I wanted to check on, Nyan, do we have everybody who's a done for you client added into the client space side of that app?
So they'll get an email by
Okay.
tomorrow, I think. They're
Okay,
cleaning
great.
it up.
Great. And then I also realize the calendar events on our community are still like, we need to change that up a lot. And I don't want non-clients to be able to see the group coaching meetings. So eventually you guys will be able to go in and you'll see like the meetings that are available to you just straight in the events section of the community. I have to shift that around and figure out if we can hide them from some members. And then Nyan, the other thing I want to make sure of is that we're checking affiliate portal every day to make sure we don't miss adding the tag to anybody who signed up since those
Yeah,
webhooks aren't coming through properly.
yeah.
All right, so somebody else shoot with a question, and if we don't end up having enough questions to fill the whole thing, then I will tell you guys all about this email copywriting thing that I'm so excited about.
I've got a quick question, Rob.
Shoot.
Yeah, when you're doing a group webinar and you've got, 30, 40, 50, 60 people in there, right? One of the challenges that we're having or that we would have is that each of those people need to fill out a registration form in order to get a license and things like that, right? We got to get them through basically we got to get them through a course, right?
Yeah.
How do you do that in mass if you've got 60 people and you've got all these forms to fill out? Because right now I just do one-on-one interviews, as you can imagine. I do have some other people that do group interviews, and then they kind of.
Yeah.
How do you process 60 people? Is there a way to kind of scale?
Yeah. I mean, so we send out an affiliate sign up form. And so like when people are, we still send everything out manually. I don't like to have the links on the webinar page because I don't want people to, or even like, I like to get them when they need them so they're not distracted until they're ready to have it. But we send out just a text to everybody who's on the meeting with the affiliate sign up link. And then that form is going to walk them through everything they need to do. And so towards the end of the meeting, I'm like, all right, so, and I assume some of these people are already licensed and some are getting licenses. Is that correct?
Yeah, in some cases we got people who are licensed and some aren't. So for sure.
So what I would do is I would say, all right, guys, so, and I don't know kind of where this goes, but you can either split the group and say, all right, everybody who has a license, you're good today. You can come back tomorrow at this time. Now we're going to work on the paperwork for everybody who needs to do it. And I think I may be sounding dumb because I don't understand what this process looks like, but I would send them all the form and say, this form gives you step by step of what we're going to do. We need to have this done by the end of the meeting so I can answer all your questions. So like everybody start hopping on, and then I would just start checking in with different individuals and being like, where are you at? What do you need help with? And push it through like that. That's the same, I'll do group closes and I'll have everybody taking care of documents, asking final questions at the same time. And a lot of times the questions people are getting, since somebody else has a question, it'll answer one that the next guy was about to ask.
Yeah.
And so it really does help these things actually go faster.
Yeah. Then in our case, and yeah, you don't know our specific process. In our case,
Right.
You get done with that webinar. I don't have a ton of questions. It's really just, it comes down to, all right, who's moving forward, who's not.
Right.
And then I can do all their registrations and collect their payment information. I get them going. We want to keep them online because it requires a collection of tuition of some sort. So normally I keep them online, do their registration, send up to the office. They process it. It either comes back as good or it comes back as not, and gives me a chance to address it right then and there.
Right.
I think
That's
if
definitely
like that. Sorry. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, go ahead.
I think I like the group idea. I just don't know how we're going to be able to process, 60 people individually unless we have them do it. And I don't want to leave it up to them.
Yeah.
You know, leave it up to them. I'd rather us do it where I'm capturing it, no mistakes, and we're seeing it through the end. It's processed and good to go. So I don't know if there's an I don't think there's going to be an automated way to do that.
I would just try it one time because I know you've got a ton of leads. And so here's the difference in what I see. If I send out a booking link and it's for whenever they want, um, or even a few days out, I end up, having 50% of the ones that book show up or less. If it's more than a day out, then it's going to drop even below that.
Sure.
When I book same day and I give one slot, I get like 10 bookings pretty much right away. Now that I did 2 slots, I got 20 right away. And I already know that 16 of those are going to show up. And so you just can't get the show rate to be that high unless you do group setting. There's no way to do it. And so I would try it one time and just see, because I was just very surprised by how people were able to push through it. Maybe you have a breakout room where when people say they're ready to go, you send them into a breakout room where you have multiple people processing them in smaller groups.
I
There's
can do,
ways to do it. And just like for me today, when I saw, okay, I open up one more slot on my same day booking and I got twice the bookings, it's just like I'm starting to realize that it's just, you can't do that any other way.
okay. Yeah, I got a million resumes in there.
You
And
get a lot.
we got to get up to, we want to scale up to about 120 appointments a month. That's 30 a week. It doesn't sound like a lot, but I think once I know what that is, then I can scale it. I can just exponentially just kind
Yeah.
of, I can do
Well,
10,000 a week if I want to.
right. That's what I'm saying. Just figure out it first off, I'm seeing a higher conversion rate on the group calls. I'm getting 30%. I'd say 30% doing a trial, sometimes closer to 50%, and then 20% going high ticket on that first call. And so my numbers are better than ever. And I never would have expected it. But the thing is, the best part is that it can go up to 100 a day. You can have 100 people closing a day if you do the volume. You've got a big enough list, and you already told me the problem is hold rate. And I know that's just how it goes with especially AI booking, especially webinars booked farther out. But if you combine the two and keep it same day, I'm getting the kind of results I've never seen before.
I appreciate the feedback.
I'd be happy to help you too. I mean, it's if you need help on a meeting or help setting up breakout rooms or some SOPs.
My thing would just see how you're the language you're using to capture the group. That's it. I mean, ultimately, I can run it on a 2-week test and see what happens.
Okay. So here's how I am testing.
Does that make sense? I can take 100,000 leads or 10,000 and run it over 10 days, $1,000 a day, and see what happens, or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's what I would do. The only thing is like your opt-out rate. So I'm sending 80 texts per minute and I worked up to that slowly, and I'm never having a problem with opt-out because I've been warming them up through email. So and I'm getting people that booked with me a year ago or came a year ago showing up on these meetings. So starting to warm the whole list up through emails, good emails, using this process right here
Okay.
is gonna help them not opt out. They need to be seeing your name.
Okay. So you got email, because I have no email sequence built out. I'm just
Yeah, I'm getting a lot from email. And so I had a template I gave you guys, and unless anybody has a pressing question where they're needing it answered and need to hop off, I'll dive into this a little bit. Does anybody have anything pressing?
I just want to say one more thing, Rob.
Shoot.
Real quick, because I'm so new at this. When you say registration, when you're getting to these group meetings, right? I don't know if you have these recorded by chance, but let's say you have a record. I'd love to see the recorded meeting, see how you conduct it seamlessly. And the other side of it is, when you have a break, I understand the breakout rooms because I've been through that before. What do you mean by registering? Are you talking about registering with Go HighLevel, or are you registering for?
I think I was meaning register for the webinar, but I'm not sure when I said it.
Yeah, but when you're filling out paperwork, he was talking about.
Oh, so what I was, just to give you a little bit of clarification, I have an insurance agency, right? So when I'm looking there's two ways to make money. I can make money by recruiting and adding new agents, or by writing. So when I hire an agent, I hire a potential agent, I need to do a registration form to get them through the licensing school. The insurance
Right.
Got it.
for
I
that.
thought we had to
So
do that.
Yeah, no,
that's
no.
You got me.
I was
Okay.
like, what the?
Like,
It
what?
requires, it
All
requires
right.
to get like their social,
And
bunch of different stuff to register them for their state.
yeah.
Right,
So
right.
I
Yeah.
do have recordings of every single one. This one's live right now and it's going to be recorded. And here's how so I have some recordings where I closed, like every single one I did, I closed 20% high ticket. And there was like, so I'll send you one. I'm sure I have it
Okay.
and you can take a look at it. And I
Okay.
got better at it. One of the most important things is as soon as people jump in the room, greet them by name and ask them what they want to learn. And I'm also sending messages out before the meeting that ask that question. And
Okay.
so when they hop on, if you don't talk to them, they will jump right back off in a little bit. But if you just say, "What's up, man?" and get them to turn the camera on and talk to them, they're not going anywhere.
Gotcha.
So I'll stop the conversation, be like, "Hey, I just want to greet this guy real quick." I'll greet everybody. Now, at a certain scale, that doesn't work, but people, when they see you engaging with people, it's also just makes it entertaining and it keeps them from leaving, even if there's a big pool. Because I had 250 people on live at the end of the masterclass at an hour 15. And so trust me, you don't have to. Now, so I was doing it where I greet everybody and meet them one by one, but the masterclass did so well. I'm like, that just has so much more credibility that I'm going to try running the masterclass in our webinar funnel. And so the way it works now is as soon as they book, they get a text and email from me. It does email, text, and then WhatsApp a little later if they don't respond. It says, "What can I help you with on the meeting?" And I sent, like, I've got a little time to prepare some content. What can I help you with? And there's even a selfie video that goes out in WhatsApp. So as soon as they land on the funnel page, Go High Level has a trigger for they visited that page. And then I have web chat automatically send a message that says, "Hey, this is Rob," or it says Rob's gonna, or no, it says, "Hey, this is Rob. I'm gonna be answering questions live starting at 2 p.m." And then when 2:01 rolls around, an automated message goes out that says, "Hey, this is Rob. You there?" And if they don't reply, it's gonna text them 10 minutes later and email them, right? And try to get them back on the meeting. You can also have video tracking on the meeting. So it'll tell you what percentage they watched before they left. And so that trigger can tell you when they leave the meeting and can trigger an automated follow-up to get them back on there. And also mark your appointments showed and no showed automatically. So we're working on that setup and I stream it live I use Restream and I stream live on all 4 of my major socials. And then that gets views later. So we get live people jumping on now that'll scan this code. If I don't mess it up, it looks like I need to move that a little bit, but they'll jump on and get into the community right there. And the webinar funnel looks like this. I'm going to try to run it through smoothly one time today before I record this live because I'm not sure I want the webinar pre-recorded live on there every single day. And I'll probably open up some other types of live sessions. It's just all about taking the little bit of work, times that you are on meetings and putting it everywhere so you get the views. And so let me go to the funnel and show you. I bet it's right here. That's the registration page. And then this is what it looks like. And so they hop on here, and this is where my browser is going to tell me that they just hopped on. There's actually a timer, and once this goes down to 0, it'll pop over to a different screen where you can see the whole thing, and it looks more like this. But it's not going to look exactly like this because you can actually read what this says. But this says Rob is going to be live at 2 p.m. or Rob is going to be live answering questions until the end of the meeting. And then if they're seeing this on YouTube or anywhere else, they can text this number to join the chat. So that's how I have it set up. And I think that will allow me to just respond, to be about, and then responding and closing through the phone. And then as I train the AI, the native Go High Level AI has suggestive mode where it'll suggest responses and I can see like how close I'm getting to it being able to take over fully for me. And so then the AI will be closing over chat and so my whole sales process is now eliminated. I'm praying that works. Otherwise, I'll be doing these things twice a day because you just can't, there's no other way to get 17 bookings in a day like that. But I'll figure it out. And that's how I'm starting right now. So now I want to explain the email writing. So Seamless AI is the cheapest data source, and you don't just have to use it for B2B. While yes, it has B2B data primarily, it has every single employee at every company. And so that includes all the B2Cs. You get personals, emails, and everything too. And so, for instance, if you just choose, so if I'm looking for people that don't have a business, but I want them to start a HighLevel agency, then I can target all the employees of, I'm targeting first all the employees of sales and marketing companies, people in the C level, I'm talking to them about replacing their staff, people on the entry level, I'm talking to them about quitting before they get replaced and starting their own agency. And so basically what I did is the seniority bracket pretty much tells me like anyone at any company is a potential client for me. And it helps the AI know how to talk to each one of them. And it's writing a super personalized email. So it's going to say, it uses a bunch of these company description fields. And I'll give you an example of the email it will put out. There should be one at the bottom. Day one email. And it's a bunch of prompts that just continues to refine the reply rate. But this should get like a 5 to 20% reply rate. I'm really excited to try it out. But here's what the email looks like. You can't really see a good example. It's going to be a short, like one-liner that's going to say, hey, I see that you're actually the CEO and the CFO, or like it'll like make notice of anything in the data from Seamless and write a very custom email. And then it'll take an angle. So like I bet you have a 55K receptionist and are spending this amount for Podio. So it'll guess based on the company description and their title which softwares they're using that HighLevel could replace. So it makes its best guess, and then it keeps a record of its guess. And then the next day, it makes a different guess. And it keeps based on who they are, and it keeps a memory of the guesses it's made and the softwares that it's suggested. And so it's super cool, and I can't wait to show you guys more, but that's going to keep your whole list warm, and that helps a lot with the conversion rate on your text. The text is where most of them bookings are going to come from. But I get a lot from email. And so I'll have this course up soon. I'm gonna try to film the front end of the video today. This will be YouTube, and then the setup guide. Once they have the snapshot done, I'll make a guide that just shows how to set up the snapshot. So it'll be much more simple. And then basically the cost breakdown. And like I was saying, you can still get B2C data from B2B data sources if you're getting the employees. And it costs half a cent per record for Seamless. So that means 1,000 contacts per day for $100 a month. And then with AI employee, it allows you to use AI to do unlimited AI processing for $100. So it breaks down to like around 1/10 of a cent per email total. So it's crazy. It's crazy cheap. And then if you have a really like customized, if you put the time in here, or you take use of my time that I did and use something like this, you can customize this for any offer. So you guys will be able to take this workflow and go in and like it has a list of my like achievements, my like that I mentioned in one part of the email, and you would just change that out with like your company's bragging points. And so it'll be easy for you guys to customize this and use it for any kind of email writing task. And so the AI copywriter is my first member of the AI army, the first agent of the AI army. And it's all using AI employee. Who's got some questions, or it can be on this or anything else, and we'll keep rolling. We've got a couple more people that just hopped in.
Did you say they were manual also? I mean, you show people manually your clients. If you say you get them in through the free offer. I'm just going by our original meeting, the master class, and then you talk about automating it.
I was doing it manually at that time because I hadn't quite cracked my head around how to write a super custom email just from Seamless data.
Okay.
And I was writing it manually. This is going to write better emails than I was automatically.
No kidding.
So
Okay.
this is putting way more time and thought than I was into the emails. And there's no way that I was looking at the title of each person and the department and the number of people in their company and guessing which softwares in Go HighLevel would be the best for them. Right. And so now this is guessing. And it's also going to be like, I see that you're in this city that I was in. It's got my bio and then their information. And so
Nice.
it's gonna relate to them. And now I just realized I should actually put in um the contact city because I can make this better and better all the time. But it's already starting out like instantly scoring system. This is a 9 out of 10. And so it should work real.
What I liked about that one part where you had Charlotte, right? You said it's between
Yeah.
here and here. I don't
Yeah,
know if you did that on purpose manually
I
or
did. Yeah, I did
okay.
that manually, but you can do the same thing with AI in the prompt. Like for solar companies, they may not know. So you could use this even for solar. You could pull people that have jobs in that city because you can search by the contact where the contact lives, not where the company is. And you could pull a list of thousands of people for half a cent a piece that are good quality for solar. You know, they have jobs. It's actually better than regular data. And then what you can do is you can say, hey, AI, what are some landmarks in this city? And I tested this last night specifically for what you're talking about. And I tested Indian Trail, which is where my parents live, and it referenced Sun Valley. You can say Charlotte, it'll talk about Uptown. So AI knows that even without internet access. And so you can say, mention a landmark. Like I was over at the XYZ a month ago in your area, and I noticed that you still hadn't gone solar, like whatever. Like you can definitely weave a story for an email with based on just the location with AI.
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Um,
Uh-huh.
it's super cool. And so I'll be continuing to pop these out for everybody. I've got my template, and then obviously my staff can help update it for a client if you have ideas. And then if you need me to come in and like write one custom for your business, then we can do it together, or you can have me do it one-on-one and we'll just clock it as my hours, which would be more. But
Okay.
this is something I've been doing for a minute. It's going to be, and it just, we'll see how well the team can, if I give them direction and tell them, just like I told you guys, like we're going to try to reference a landmark and set and mention something about that in the email. I think maybe that's one of those things where I don't know if somebody else could do it as well as me. But I'm here to help.
It's a synergy.
Yeah.
Well,
So what I do is I'll work on this prompt right here and I'll get it down. I'll get this instructions. So I came up with this whole scheme, and then I give it in clear instructions like this to my team. And this is for setting up the snapshot the first time. And then you guys will have a more simplified guide for installing the snapshot, which would only take a few minutes versus this, which will take a while. And it took me, I literally worked from 6:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. last night to get this done.
wow.
But I am super excited about it. And I know this is like, it's great for a few reasons. One, it's going to make people turn on AI employee because this is going to be expensive as hell to run if you don't have unlimited. Um, and it's also going to take advantage of AI employee because I don't even know how HighLevel is going to make money on that unlimited deal with how much I'm making it use AI right here. Like if I did this directly to OpenAI, it would definitely cost way more than they're charging us. And so I don't know if I'm tricking them or if they have a better rate than I think, which is possible. I'm sure they have a huge contract. Um, but yeah. Um, so you guys have my templates, my standard templates. Just start with those. The main thing is like if you guys look at that email I sent out today where I'm like, we're going to talk about the AI email setup and this and that. An email that's real short, just like that, is the exact kind of email you want to send. You want to have as little images, as little, formatting as possible, like 3 to 4 sentences. Like 100 words is the perfect length for optimal response rate and conversion rate. Like 80 to 130 is really what you want. So this is designed to write emails just like that, and very similar to the ones that you guys got from me today. I'll probably strip the formatting off my emails now that I understand how much better that is for hitting inboxes. Who else got something for me? I know there's got to be some of you guys that are working on strategy, but I'm so glad that you guys all came just to listen, even if you don't have questions.
So I'll mention another one, Rob, if nobody answers.
Yeah.
Data. When you're pulling your data, what's your best source? And what's the best way to get the data
Yeah.
that you want to create every
You want to
day?
go,
Let's say I'm getting agents. Let's say I'm going property managers in
yeah.
different areas or what have you. That's
So I'm
nice.
going to drop this link for everybody because
Okay.
I haven't had anybody tell me they did it yet. And this is where you need to, and I'm just seeing Joel Fernandez's message here. I need to read that later though. So, and Joel, I think Joel's in here, but you guys are going to go to Seamless B2B Data Contact, data source. Click that, fill out your info. And once you do, there is a thread that I'll pin to the top. Pin. And I don't know if it did pin just then. So it's right here. Let me try to pin it again. No, it's pinned. So right here. So just comment here once you submit that info for Seamless AI, and I'll send you personally the calendar link from my rep. If I sent the calendar link out first, it wouldn't track to my affiliate code. And so if you book through that, if you put your info on that link that's in my links right here, and then comment there or just DM the team, we'll get you the actual calendar link for my guy. It's roughly $100 for 1,000 contacts a day, $100 a month. And then if you want to do the search, I will make a video to show you how to do it. I have one for the team. So you go in there and you can enter the NAICS codes, the SIC codes. You can search by job title. You can search by industry. You can search by location, miles from a mile radius around an area. You can get all those kind of filters, and you can even do seniority level. So you could do only entry level, mid level, managers, directors, and or C level. And so it's fully, you're going to get a ton of data. You're going to get, it has got billions of records. The way it works is when you search a page, you can do up to 100 at a time. It'll find like, hundreds of thousands. Your page will have 100 of them, and you can hit find all. And the AI actually goes on the internet and searches for their information. And then comes back with a confidence rating. Now we're going to do all this for you, Mr. Oliver. If you want us to find data for you, you just tell the team what you want to find, and we'll go through this process for you every day, because it'll take you about 15 minutes a day to pull, 5,000 records or so, which is generally where people start. I started with 5,000 a day.
Okay.
And so my team can go and do that for you because it is a monotonous 20 minutes. It is. So they can do it for you and then import them. When you download the record from Seamless, it's going to have multiple numbers and emails in each row. And some of them don't have a high AI confidence score. So what I did is you can use GPT to manipulate CSVs and, transform them. So I had a prompt that was doing it pretty well, but what I learned is if you just copy and paste a prompt for somebody else, it still won't work consistently. But what you can do is you can have the AI generate an exact script. And so as you guys can see, this is a Python script that I wrote. And I keep in mind I had no computer science background. I just taught myself, and it's how easy this software makes it. So you copy and paste this script into any GPT-4o chat, you attach the file, and you hit transform, and it'll output a file that's ready for you to upload to go HighLevel. So it's going to remove any number that's not over 90% confidence that it's the right person. It's going to remove any invalid phones or emails, and then it's going to put all the mobile numbers in one column and all the emails in one column. It's also going to add a field that tells you if it's a business or a personal email. I do that because clicks to business emails that's happening because of a spam filter. It doesn't really mean anything. And when I'm trying to pinpoint who's interested, I want to know if they clicked it. If it was a personal email and they clicked the link I sent to it, that tells me that's actually a person that I want to give a call back. So we're going to have all that packaged up for you in a snapshot. At the time of the masterclass, I was just sending it live and I had a video of how I was doing it and it was still worth it. You know, I was talking to 10 people a day with writing one email and one text. And so this will step it up a notch. I'm excited.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so for DIYers, the setup of the whole thing probably will take an hour, I would say, to like it takes 10 minutes to set up the workflows, but then they'll want to go in and customize the prompt for each email for each part of the email generation thing to make sure it's about them. And then um, pulling the data out every day and transforming it. If you didn't have this script, it would take you quite a long time. So converting the data could take you an hour to do properly without this, but this makes it take just a minute or two. And then my team can do it for you if you're done for you. So if you're done for you, they'll pull the data for you, they'll convert it, upload it into your HighLevel, and then we would add it to the top of like the drip campaign that loads up, like it'll just do the whole thing for you. And so that's the whole email front to back. And the other reason that it replaces instantly, which I actually discovered after the masterclass because it's a new upgrade, I'll touch on here. If you go to you gotta go to email services. And I have a video for setting all this up. If anyone's doing it themselves, just let me know and I'll provide it. But you go to, I think it's right here, dedicated domain and IP. And so we have this one connected, but this is the one that we need to replace. So you should always add subdomains and not your actual domain here. Even if it's like a secondary domain you're using, you should still use subdomains of that domain. And so you can add like email.massmarketai.com here. And the thing is, you can actually add unlimited domains here, and then they're ready for warming. So you add unlimited subdomains. The reason you always want to use a subdomain is because if you fry the main domain, the whole thing is gone. If you fry a subdomain, you just get rid of it and make a new subdomain. It doesn't affect the main domain. And so here is how you replace instantly. It's got, you can put up to 5 subdomains or domains into each of these categories. And so your one-to-one conversation, that's going to have a very high reply rate. That means you sent the message manually and they sent it back manually. So that is where you keep your domains, and those are all going to get extremely high ratings. And then you can push those out to other categories. So you can plan out, like, let's say you only want to send your cold emails through workflow because that's where my AI is going to write them for you. You could have them automatically sent in the workflow. Or if you wanted to leave those to be a campaign, you could have the workflow update a template and then send from that template through campaigns. So there's different ways to do it, to have the AI still be able to write all the emails, but separate the cold out into like, you want to put the cold into just one category where you'll have one subdomain, and when it gets fried, you move it to a different one. So instantly is 400 a month, and that doesn't include like the usage on it. I think that's what I was paying. So this together beats the heck out of that in terms of cost. Anybody got some questions? This or other topics? I'll open it back up and kind of talked about all that, everything I got. Sounds like everybody's pretty good, which is good because I've got the webinar live in 10 minutes. I wanted to see
So you're gonna
if,
your live webinar recording, the one that
yeah,
you were talking about.
the masterclass is going to be replaying at 2 and 8 every single day.
Okay.
And then I'll be live on the chat at that time until I'm able to get AI to do as good a job as I do. And then one thing that's great about the native Go HighLevel AI is it'll suggest, you can put it in suggestive mode where it'll show you a couple options for suggestions. And so you can see how well your training is doing without sending. And then when you turn it all the way on, or after you send a message, you can fine tune the responses right there in your dashboard, like right here. Ours is not on yet because we're still moving over to the native, but you can fine tune your AI after you send, you can like give feedback on an AI sent message. And so that will allow me to now twice a day. I know it's game time. I'm monitoring the chats as soon as the texts start going out for the meeting, 2 hours before, to make sure they all get on. And then as they hop on, my AI will start the conversation with them. And maybe if they don't engage to the AI texting them, emailing, maybe I'll give them a call. I'm like, yo, we're on the meeting still. You hopping on? And I'll work on the closing over text. And there's a lot of guys that do DM closing, so I don't think that should be a problem. Um, I was wondering why I'm seeing the Nyan. What do you know about this? Like where it's showing the P style margin. You might not be here right now.
Yeah, so it seems like it's on the back end of HighLevel. So
Yeah,
I'm
because this
trying
is
to check.
not. This looks fine right here.
Yeah.
All right, I hope so. All right, well that's good news. So you guys can see like we made a mistake and the registration form is redirecting to the webinar page. So it's thinking that they're all on there. And that's a glitch we'll have fixed by 8 p.m. tonight. Nyan, how long until we have the redirect based on the time of day?
I'm currently working on that. So I'll put in an update.
No worries. All right. So you guys are free to stay on here for a minute if you want. I'm trying to decide if I want, and you can ask more questions. In my head, I'm trying to decide if I want to try to stream this masterclass live or if I want to go through it.
Hey,
I'm
Rob, your
streaming it.
times are 2 and 8, right? 2 and
Yeah,
8. Are you talking about Eastern?
yeah.
Okay.
So it's coming up right in 7 minutes. Um,
6. And you're gonna and you have a live link, or not a live link, I'm sorry, a recorded link. We'll see of these you getting the
yeah.
conversions and
So of the live webinar. So
yeah.
I've got somewhere I held them live and was actually speaking and I got the conversions and that might help you guys for your group closing more than the masterclass because that's more like an interactive meeting. And I'll be taking what I learned from running them that way and doing the same thing over chat. I'll just be able to handle more than one person. And then my video is talking to them so I can be fully focused on just answering questions. And I think that'll work better. This will be the first one that I run with the live webinar. And so we'll see if I'm able to get anything through texting with the amount of people that we have registered. If I don't get a close, then I may shift quickly back to doing it actually just with me live. Um, I'm hoping I can get it because it's gonna be much more scalable that way. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. I'm like I said, it's easier for me to listen to a recording and then kind of focusing on that versus
Yeah.
live like we're having it right now. I get this, but I'm going, like I said, I'm going over your recordings from our conversation, of course, and then of
Hmm.
our long conversation, and also the mastermind that you recorded with the high level guys. So
Yeah. You can go to
that's only two.
lives
Yeah, yeah.
right here. If you go to live in my YouTube, most of the time I do one, I put it here, but I am not sure. I started doing the high ticket closes on the 27th. So the 27th was the first time I tried to close um, high ticket on on a group call. And then Robert, I met with you the day after that. And so I don't think I have recordings of those here, but I do have the Zoom recording I can grab for you.
Okay, I appreciate it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's going to
And
help a
so
lot. Yeah,
I'll
I
get
won't be
that for
bothering with a
you.
bunch of questions. So
Yeah.
I think it's really helpful. It just as feedback, Rob. Anything that you actually demonstrate actually helps me tremendously.
Yeah.
So I don't have to ask a lot of questions during these meetings. But sometimes it helps, right? Because others might have the
Right,
same question they're thinking about. So,
for sure.
um,
Um, I think Joel, are you on here? I saw him get on here, but I haven't heard from him. There he is.
Yeah, brother, I'm in here. I just
Yeah,
read in the
yeah.
chat that 404, I'm getting a 404 error for the 2 p.m. Just to give you a heads up.
Oh, really? Nyan, do you know what that is?
Uh, I think they just uploaded the video, that's why. I'm just checking.
Ah, shoot, that's tight timing right there. It's gonna have to encode and stuff, I think. How long? Let's see. Well, I can always do it live, except they all have the wrong link now. It would have been better to just take off to make it where I could adjust the tracking on the video and fast. Well, no, that wouldn't work either. Um,
Trial and error, brother. Trial and error.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Ugh. Um, well, Nyan, do you know if they're saying that it's done encoding? Do you know if it's good to go?
The link is working for me right now.
Okay, so you can see the video going?
It should be in there in 2 minutes,
Okay.
and I can see the video for sure.
You know what? I'm just gonna let this go and do the why wouldn't I? And just do the whole thing live, but I gotta register real quick. Guess I might as well get my real one. All right. So here we go. This will be recorded on the YouTube forever, but since the video doesn't start with it, I'll probably do one like this, and then I'll do one that has just the full screen video. I'm debating on whether I want to do full screen or not because I can't manage YouTube chats and Zoom chats and all these different chats separately. It's the only thing I'm trying to figure out. Carl, can you hear me? You on here
Yeah, what's up,
still?
Rob? I can hear you, bro.
What's up, man? Well, I didn't know you were saying unbelievable. Was it something I was talking about right there, or was it something
Yeah,
bad?
yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. When you was talking about
The email writer?
the Python prompt that you had.
Yes. That's something I
Yeah.
figured out a year ago. There was one day where I was trying to convert data to upload to HighLevel, and I spent a full 12 hours sitting there cracking my head like this can't be how you have to do this. And then I finally figured out that you can use code to manipulate because I couldn't even open the CSV. You can't open a big CSV, it won't work.
It won't work, yeah. I had
And
a
so
I got an insurance agent that I was talking to this morning about that.
yeah,
'Cause
but
he's
if
kicking
you
off
if you use
stuff in his
Python, it'll work. All right, guys, I'm gonna
okay.
turn the audio on here.
All right.
And then I'm gonna turn off my camera because I gotta start manning the chats. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
you're basically doing this while your recorded video is going. You're
Yeah,
managing the chat traffic and going back. Got it. Got it. I see how you.
yeah.
Okay,
So see right here.
it's a good class. It's very informative. You know.
Oh, it looks like they didn't fix the video. Nan, you hear that?
Yeah.
Let me see if it goes back over. It looks like they cut out most of it, but they Missed one. You guys can ask questions as we go in here too.
I know he's explaining what you're doing, who you are,
Mm-hmm.
this part, but when do you join web chat? It says Rob will be here shortly and message you here on web chat.
I'm on there now. And so
Oh, I see.
in a minute, it'll text here and say, hey, this is Rob. Are you on here?
Mm-hmm. Cool.
And I can just do this in the Go High Level app.
Wow.
And if they text that number, it'll come to Go High Level too.
I see. Are you able to listen to this, or are you listening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, we don't hear anything on this end, but
Oh, let me fix it. I'm
yeah.
glad you told me. Dang, I wish I knew that
The
earlier.
AI employee
I got to redo this
has
again already.
so
I
many
can tell.
features that eliminate so much pressure off the business that it is your stickiest entry point, and it's brand new in the space. So after doing this so many times with hundreds of clients, we know the best way to put your best foot forward. So that then we're going to get technical, and I'm going to show you basically a snapshot that I've prepared. It's a blueprint of all your automations if you don't know what a snapshot is, and it lets you set up everything that I've been building over the past 5 years in minutes. And so I'm going to go on to the next slide here. Basically, I'm going to cover what makes it easy for you right here in the beginning so you know what we're getting to. This is not a course that's going to cost $15,000 like my high ticket offer does when I replace call centers. This is going to be something that can help anyone get started to automate their business or to add some new features into their agency. You get a 30-day trial of HighLevel, which should be more than enough to get your first clients, or if you're migrating software, save more than what it costs. You get my SaaS snapshot. So you're going to get, there's 1,000 templates of snapshots in the marketplace and in the Go High Level system. They're not all set up around AI, kind of leading the show. And so mine, I've been developing to be fully AI focused for years. And we've got some things that make it really easy to customize it to any niche. You also get a full setup course. So we've got 50 lessons, and then it covers in detail every single aspect of what you could need to set up your agency. We have 2 weekly group coaching sessions. I'll get into more of that later. You get support from my team and HighLevel's team when you start your own agency. So it gives a lot of additional support, especially when it comes to AI focus. And then just running a business focused on AI employee. That's what I've been doing for 2 years is AI implementation for businesses. So some definitely some very useful information for anyone looking to do that. And
It
you
sounds
get
it
go
sounds
ahead.
like you're giving away everything, because you know it works, but more importantly, you want to help people. And we spoke about this
Mm-hmm.
offline. Your passion for helping people, your humble beginnings, and I know you're going to get into a little bit about your journey and why you went the AI route and why not lead gen, why done for
Mm-hmm.
you, why not all these different elements. I know you're going to unpack this throughout your presentation, but I want to just frame this for our audience, right? There are many features out there. There are many benefits of HighLevel. There are many different people that have different skill sets, expertise.
Mm-hmm.
What you'll learn here with Rob is being in the right circle gets you the right knowledge. So if this
Mm-hmm.
is your first workshop or you're very new to HighLevel as a whole, you're at a great starting point. And we have a YouTube channel full of content to help you out. But Rob, the biggest question is for those that are not super techy, can this be something that they can take on and take charge with?
100%, thankfully. I'd say, and I'm going to cover this a little bit later on, but it wasn't the case when these softwares first came out that it could be done easily. When you had to integrate other softwares or it couldn't all be done in one place, this kind of stuff would take more than 10 hours to set up. Now that HighLevel's brought it all in-house, it's something that can be done by anybody. And everything I'm going to show you here can be set up in 15 minutes, as can most of the systems in HighLevel, especially if you have a good snapshot that's put together by a team that has developed one that's unified. For all the AI features. And that's what we've done. So I've taken all my pain over the past 2 years and I've made something that, yes, can be done by anybody finally, easily. And the other two things, you get an onboarding with my team. And then speaking of a community, we've got a 7,500 member community in the Go HighLevel, Go Collab market, community app. It's been up for a year. I started in there right when Go Collab first came out. And so you have access to all the other members, affiliates, basically everybody who's working on these specific features in HighLevel. And so AI is just a huge need right now, and business owners, they need somebody to do it, even though they could do it, they just don't have the time. There are 65% of organizations already using generative AI in at least one business function, and that's doubling from the previous year. So you can imagine how many businesses know that they need to do this, that they need somebody to help them. And it doesn't take somebody that's been working the system for years like I have to do it. We're going to show you some screenshots later on and just show you
All right,
how
guys.
easy it is to go in and make those changes and set everything up in the first place. So I'll give you guys a little bit of background on me, and then we'll kind of get into why this opportunity is the best opportunity to get into HighLevel in the past few years.
I'm gonna turn off the audio here, guys, so that I can focus on, and I'll show you guys how I try to handle everybody who's joining the meeting, because that's what I need to be using my computer for.
Ended up doing 3 years in prison.
And that'll probably be just as helpful for you guys.
So during that time, I decided to turn my life around and take control of my.
Blam. All right, so now while that's running, I should be able to see everybody that joined here. And I'm going to turn my video back on. So I'm going to check the workflow and see why. Nyan, can you talk to me in here too? We can problem solve this together.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
for now, I just removed the page view trigger and made sure that if someone clicks the trigger link that we are sending them, so they get added to the initiation workflow that you have created. So that's how we can get a live track.
Okay. I'm trying to see. So do we have a way of seeing who's on there now?
Yep. So you can just filter by tag is not webinar attendee and also active in the workflow that you have created.
All right. So let me look at that.
You have to go to contacts.
Contacts, my bad. This is my first time doing this, guys, so I may be a little flustered. All right. So tag is what?
Tag is not is not. Yep. Webinar attendee.
And this is for people that I'm trying to find people that are in the meeting, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And workflow active is not the one that you have created. Oh, sorry, workflow active is. So if they just signed up, so they will get a webinar attendee tag. So if they are in the live chat, in the webinar video room, then the attendee tag will be removed from them. So that's why I just added this.
Okay. So
not this one, the initiation.
Oh yeah. I can't even see.
It should be.
So you have the video tracking on right now?
Webinar page chat initiation workflow. 'Yep.
All right. And so are we sure these are the only 4 that are in there?
Yeah, so they have clicked the trigger link.
What about people that were already in there?
I actually removed all of those
Okay.
and
So this is
added this
everybody.
way.
Okay. Some will join late. We're at 2:11. People usually keep trickling. And so it looks like this stopped the messages from going that I needed to go out. Do you know why it did that? So I can just try to
Uh,
send them manually. And there's no web chat now too. Maybe I have to do that in workflow.
yeah, so you can do that in workflow
Well,
because
that's a dynamic I didn't expect.
they didn't open up the chat widget yet, so that's why they are not receiving any live chat.
So they have to click it first. Okay.
Yep.
So yes, so there's no way to do it without running them back through that workflow. And so we're pretty much dead on that, unless I just create a new
Uh,
workflow.
yeah, so I'm just trying to update the welcome message so that it says the fast message that you are sending.
Just for that page?
Yep.
Okay.
So, but it won't work for now, it seems like,
Yeah. So I just
because
need to
they're
text
already in
them.
the web. Yeah, I think
Um,
text is good way.
and then we can try the group text, but can you give me the names? Can you give me the names of everybody who is supposed to be in the webinar?
Okay, I
So
can do that.
everybody that booked. And we're gonna do this a cool way. So guys,
Dash.
this is a new Go High Level feature. And you can go to a thing right here. Nope, how do you do it? Right here. Group. All right. And I'm gonna do, I don't know which number, so that one. Go ahead and give me everybody's name.
I'm just filtering it out.
It might be better to give me the phone numbers.
Okay.
And for everybody that registered. This is probably a good practice every day. This is probably going to be the best way for me to be able to message everybody and give the same information only one time.
Okay. So first one is 609. 609, 206.
20609.
Nope. 609 only, not 20.
Okay.
203,
Mm-hmm.
4435.
All right. Next.
Next is 772,
Mm-hmm.
634.
Got it. All right. Next.
Next is
That guy's already a client, but
yep. So
I'll still do
that
everyone
should
that
be
booked.
505,
Mm-hmm.
249,
Mm-hmm. Got it.
444. Yep. Then 469,
Mm-hmm.
733,
Mm-hmm.
775.
Oh, 4775.
Yep.
Okay. 469 773
733. Yeah,
733.
733.
What was the last four?
Yep, this one, Imran.
Okay.
Then
Wait.
720,
Okay, good. 720.
936,
Mm-hmm.
7617.
All right. Keep it rolling. I like this.
Yep.
This is definitely the best way to do it.
Yep.
All
Then
right.
561,
Mm-hmm.
914, 4700.
Got it.
Then 508,
Mm-hmm.
525 6482. Yep.
All right. Now going forward, what we should do is we should text everybody in a group chat that booked at 10 minutes before the meeting with the link. All right.
Okay.
Now go ahead. Next one.
We are good.
All right. And so next time we'll just text everybody from that like this, but 5 minutes before. This is how we'll send the join reminder. I also noticed we had 3 people book from like 158 to 202. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw new people joining that.
And we got all those on that list you just gave
Yeah.
me.
Yep.
Why is it? What the heck? Did I do something wrong?
There are 2 people. Let me.
Here, something happened with that group thread. I'm not sure what. Are you hearing me, Nayan? I'm not worried about those 2 people as much right now.
Yeah, man.
Did you see what just happened? How that went away after I hit the button?
Yeah, the group message is not showing up.
Maybe I had too many.
But that's for actually group message is for like sending multiple
Yeah, it
people.
should be for that. I'm gonna refresh and then I need you to help me go through it. Maybe the names is faster for you to give me than the numbers, but you can just look at the number and tell me if it's the right one.
Okay.
So let's try one more time real quick. All right, let's run through them. Give me just the names.
Christopher Johnson. It's CH.
Shoot. All right, next.
Then Adam Seton.
He's a current client.
Satten.
All right, next.
Then Gilbert Marquis.
Next.
Imran Makani.
How you spell that?
I am.
Oh, and
Yeah.
I saw that.
Imran. I am RAN.
Imran. What's the last
Makani.
name?
Makaini.
Something's wrong.
Maka.
Oh, there it
Yep.
is. Makani. All right, go ahead.
Then Ken. CAIANI.
All right.
Then Ron Pearl. RON. Then Pearl.
I'm not hearing the last name. Park.
Pearl.
Pearl.
There's a yeah.
Is that everybody?
Yep. Then oh yeah, Jonathan Haskins.
That name sounds very familiar. Hastings or Haskins?
Second one.
Is that all of them?
Yep.
All right, let's hope this works this time. There we go. I must have hit something wrong. Oh. Shoot. It's because some of them are on D&D. So this is just something we have to make sure we get right next time. We have to know that we can't put anybody with D&D on there. And we have to figure out who it is and then redo that. I still think that's the best way for us to do this. So, can you?
Yeah, I'm just filtering out to D&D.
Okay. We're getting there, fellas. Figuring it out. It's an expensive lesson to learn. If anybody joined late, like we'll still answer y'all's questions but and the team may be able to help even during this meeting. You can just drop it in the community, and we'll make sure everybody gets handled.
Oh, it's actually says the number. It's 44 DND is enabled for if you read the line in the placeholder.
Oh, I can just
Uh,
yeah. Oh, 469. Okay. So can you skip the
it's Christopher
469 one?
Johnson.
It's Christopher Johnson. If I can edit it.
469.
I was trying to see if I could edit this somehow. I don't think I can. All right. So let's just see if I can enable Christopher Johnson.
But the number is not matching up.
469. Oh, you're right. So wait, why'd you think it was him?
Because of the last part of the number.
Okay. Well, I think I lost that anyway. So let's go. Oh gosh. Let's go back through it. And then Carl, you missed the beginning of the meeting, and we covered basically like how to get started with the affiliate part, and we'll get you all that stuff after. This is technically during the the daily masterclass, but I'm letting everybody stay on to see how I run it. And this is my first time doing it this way.
Okay, thank you.
No problem, bro. So Nyan, we can skip. I think we both know it was like a 4 something number. So let's go back through this
Yeah.
one more time and get them all, the other ones. Well, what was that? Do you know what the number was?
It was ended with 4475, but we don't have anyone with that number in here.
That's weird. Um,
I
that
think we
makes
can try again.
okay.
So 609. Okay.
609.
203
Mm-hmm.
4435.
Oh shoot. All right. Next.
Next is 585 406 3925.
All right.
Then 714
Mm-hmm.
299
Mm-hmm.
9910.
Got it.
Then 505
Mm-hmm.
249
249.
4440.
Got it.
720
Mm-hmm.
936 7617.
All right.
Then 561
Mm-hmm.
914
Mm-hmm.
4700.
All right.
508 525 6482. Yep,
All right.
you're
Is
good.
that all of them, right?
Yep.
Well, I wonder why, because they definitely didn't have the number I thought I saw that was D&D.
Yeah, so we
It
are
looks
good,
like we're
fine.
good to go now. All right. Uh, chat. Hop back in here. And then now let me grab the link to that page. Oh, shoot. Don't lose it again. Okay. Well, cool. It's my first time doing a high-level group chat, and I definitely think that this is the way we should send our meeting join links from now on, and then I can smoothly handle the chat from anywhere. I wish we had a way to add people to it. That'd be cool if people join during, but we don't have it. We just need to make sure nobody can book late. and that'll fix the problem.
I got this all in note, so we should be clear out.
Yeah. So we had, how many do we have for the next slot? A good number?
Uh,
Let's see if you can even get these on the mobile app.
so 8 people till now.
Okay. It looks like I can't manage the group chat from my phone. And
I got a good question.
yeah,
If I implement, let's say for instance, I CSV a list of 5,000 clients, would I be able to get them into one of the email campaigns from, I guess, the snapshots or anything like that? Would I be able to just, you know what I mean, like get them into a cycle once I
yeah.
CSV them? Okay,
There's an
cool.
nurture, there's an email nurture in the snapshot. If you
Mhm.
should have it, and then that's what you need. And then we have a GPT that can help you generate the copy for that email sequence too. And then you have my 2 templates on top of that.
All right, cool. Thanks, man.
No problem, bro.
Hey, Rob,
Yeah.
this is Kedar.
What's going on, man?
How's it going, man? A,
Pretty good.
question about the email templates, right, from the snapshot. Would that be in marketing? Like I was trying to figure. I didn't see the
Where
actual
you'd find the
templates.
templates? We can send those to
Yeah.
you. And guys, I just need to stay really focused on this meeting I'm running right now, unfortunately. So we can get you all that stuff, just message in the community. And then, so right now, technically, I'm letting you guys watch my me like run my webinar, but I got to be fully focused on it.
Cool. Okay.
And then the meeting we had before this at 1 o'clock was where we would have gotten you that stuff, but we can still get it to you if you can just hit the team in the Discord, or not the Discord,
okay.
you're
So
right.
I've got to get onto that because I'm always getting messages for this meeting, but not the 1 o'clock. I knew nothing about that.
Okay. This is Kedar.
Yes.
Make sure maybe you don't have the tag. Yep, that's the problem. But Nyan, he has the code added tag, but I think that we get the client tag to them too, right?
Yeah, so it should be in there. The team is working on that.
It's not in there, so we need to make sure we know we fix that. You'll get the text now, Kedar. Sorry about that.
Okay, thank you.
And no problem. And I'm trying to think of what I do now, what's best, since I think we're not getting any responses on this, so I don't like that. Oh, that's interesting.
Or delivered.
Yeah. Maybe you might not. I mean, you would think you would get their delivery receipts from everybody. That's not very typical. So I'm thinking I run the 8 p.m. live now until maybe this would have worked a lot better if I had sent it right at the beginning. But now I'm thinking, like, do I just call them? That may be my best play. It's only a few people. So I'm gonna call. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call them and then go from there.
Can you have like a separate meeting for all of them, like the ones that miss? Like do it kind of on the cuff. type of meeting where it's a group meeting?
Help me understand what you mean.
So in
So
other
like,
words, let's say that you have that master class, right? And
mhm.
sit and you say, hey, when can you guys be on between 1 and 2, 2 and 3, given choices? Then maybe you can reschedule them into a meeting so you don't miss everybody.
Yeah, I think it would probably be easier just to get them scooped back on to the next group one with with everybody that hops on. But I can at least call them right now because they said they were free. So
Yeah.
I think you're right about that being the first play. I'm gonna leave you guys on. I don't see why not.
Hi, you've just reached Christopher Johnson. Sorry, I'm unavailable to receive your call at the.
I would do a double dial. Hmm. All right, next one. And then it could have been all types of stuff that caused this to go wrong. It could have been the 404 at the beginning because the video was uploaded too late. And I'm gonna kick their butts for that, for not doing that until now because it happened on Friday too.
Your call has been forwarded to an auto. Your call has been forwarded. Google Fi wireless subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone. The Google Fi wireless subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message.
That was Gilbert Dwayne. I don't know if I called Gilbert yet. No.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please.
I almost feel like maybe this something up with this number. Maybe this number needs to be rotated.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
Maybe it really does seem like we got Google Fi numbers, all types of like weird numbers for these people. Where? Gilbert.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone.
Trying to remember if I just one time. So the message did go out to him properly.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the
Crazy no answer rate.
Please leave your message for
Hey Rob, give me the call. See if the link is working or whatnot. You know what I mean? I put my number in the
Good
chat.
idea. Who's talking though? Let me see.
Joel.
Carl? Joel? Let me try you. That's a good thing for me to try real quick. I bet you it's spam or something. There's something wrong with this number.
your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging.
Did it just get filtered instantly? Or are you on Do Not Disturb?
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging
right.
system.
So we're using, I didn't like know what number I was clicking when I clicked to send, and that must be the problem. Let me see if I can see what number it is. Nyan, are you with me on all this?
Yeah.
So we need to remove that number from the system, whatever it is. Oh, there we go. More have delivered.
6. Okay. 7036.
Yeah. All right. So now, what's my next move? I guess just try with the other number.
You have a number with your name on it? Caller ID?
I think they all do.
They also
And I think they say Massmarket AI, but sometimes the caller ID setup doesn't always work properly. I know it was saying that sometimes the wrong thing, but you can set that up in the phone number section.
Okay.
But if it's
The number
but if
was
it's
for Nick Carnes.
no, it's Nick Carnes. It
Yep.
could be one that we've used to text too much or something like that. So what number am I on now? Rob Eason. That ought to be good. I'm gonna try Joel with this first, actually, after this guy. Joel, I'm gonna try you next.
Oh, good. Come on here. Yeah, nothing is populating.
It's not calling you yet.
Hi,
Oh,
you
okay,
just reached
gotcha.
Christopher Johnson. Sorry.
All right, now this is calling you from my number. You know what, dude? I think I was just calling from my
Your
number.
call has been forwarded to an
Yeah,
automated.
I was. So it must be my number, Nyan.
Can you try the inbound line?
The inbound line. So Matt, this one.
Yep.
That should do it. Joel, let me know if you get a call.
Your call
Sounds
has
good.
been forwarded to an automated voice messaging
Still
system.
hitting voicemail for you, bro. I've never had this problem before, ever, and I called all my leads manually. So, but here's the other workaround I can do. This will get them. If I can remember the password in time. Shoot. Not what I meant to do. Gosh. Well, as you guys see, stuff doesn't always go exactly how you think. But the thing is, like, you have to do it this way to get it right, and it's just like it's a price of getting it right. And so,
Oh, this is
I'm
good.
not.
This is gold.
Yeah, I know this is helpful to you guys because
Helps us
I
a
mean,
lot.
you got to realize this is just life. And tonight I may just as a safeguard run it live, and I'll recover my cost, and then I'll do it again tomorrow better. When I say do it live, I mean I'll probably just run it normal to take away any risk of this happening again. But I'll still try again the next day, you know? Oh yeah, I was trying to log into Kixie. Okay. So Kixie will match the local area code and change the numbers for me. One user is like $130 a month. And then watch this. I think it'll let me do it from this view. I might have to go into the contacts. So I need that smart list again for all the people that booked for today, but I know how to do it. Last appointment booked. Well, it's not gonna work. That'll show everybody that's booked for both appointments. I'll recognize the names. I will recognize the names. Here we go. And see these this is what Kixie does. So Christopher Johnson was one. And now I'm calling him from his local area code. And Nyan, we've got to look into that Twilio or see what the heck's going on with that.
Yeah, man.
Hi, you've just reached Christopher Johnson. Sorry, I'm unavailable to receive.
Double dial.
Hi, you've just reached Christopher Johnson. Sorry, I'm unavailable to receive your call at this.
Nyan, what I'm seeing here is that our client tag is not working. Jamie's a client. Thomas is a client. Darius is a client. And none of these guys have the right tag. You got that?
Yeah, man.
Okay. And so they should just go through the whole affiliate portal and make sure that's tightened up. So we had then we had Dwayne.
I think we can try with John.
Come on. If I'd done that live, I would have had 5 trials. God.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
Hey, but I'm aiming for the 20 trial days. That's why I'm taking this ill. I'm not gonna be satisfied because I can't do this every day. You know, I just can't realistically do it every day. Nobody does. And because setting up for one of these takes a bit. And so if I want the highest show rate, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this. I bet the 404 error caused a problem too.
The 404 seems like the triggering
Your
glitch.
call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you
Say what happened?
Yeah, so the 404 can be for the triggering glitch. So we have already fixed that
Oh,
out.
okay, but that's probably what stopped everybody from joining in the beginning.
It seems like.
Okay. Um, well, darn. Um, so it's a wash. Like, I mean, I'll call the rest of them a few more times, but yeah, it's already been an hour. So I think um I do the 8 p.m. lot like myself, Nyan, and then we'll do one we'll do one like this and we'll do one like that until we get this thing dialed in.
Yeah.
So let's talk about but yeah, I think I should do it the next one live so we were recovering our costs as I figure this out. Um so we need to get the redirect for that funnel page so that
Yeah.
nobody lands on the actual webinar page until the time of the meeting. And we do want to make sure that if they're late, it still lets them through. We do not want registrations from anybody before um oh yeah,
It
we
should
don't
be.
want anybody getting on the page until then, and we don't want registrations after 2 p.m. So that way we can have everybody on the right page and triggering in the workflow. And I can do we should have a group text ready to go out the 10-minute before reminder.
Yeah.
What we should do is one of you guys can add a number that we've tested and we know is working well, and
Yeah.
everybody else in the meeting minus D&D people, and text them
Yeah.
10 minutes before the meeting.
Okay.
And that way we should have like two things that we can do to make this better. The only other thing I was thinking of is it's gonna be hard for me to run at 8 p.m. by myself, but I can do it. Not tonight. I'll do it live tonight. So
Hey, Rob, why aren't you doing emails?
to everybody who's missed,
Yeah.
they'll get an automatic one, but now just because of the timing and I'm feeling like it's an hour past, you know what I mean? Almost 50 minutes. And so I'm thinking now it's time for me to just nail down all the things we can do better next time and move on because I've got
I
kind of other
see.
things. Yep.
Gotcha.
Now it's time to fix it, move on, and lick my wounds later.
Well,
uh,
put them in your follow-up lead process, and
yeah,
maybe they'll opt in again. Who knows?
yeah, they'll get another text very soon for another meeting. It doesn't stop when they book. Well, Nayan, we need to mark them all no show. And do we have that reactivation campaign? Do we have the nurtures done yet?
Yeah, so we have the new workflows in there, so
Okay.
it should be anytime. They are just
So,
updating the custom fields.
all right. Can you we need to mark all of those people no show?
Yeah,
Well,
it will be
you know
automatically
what? We
doing
should
that.
we should just we should just start them on the regular reactivation because I don't even want to talk about them missing the appointment because they probably tried to join and had an error, you know?
Okay.
We don't want to say, hey, sorry, you missed the appointment, you know?
Yep.
Um, we should s- we should send them all a text that says, hey, there was a glitch. That was the first time we were running it pre-recorded. It's working now if you want to join.
Okay.
Beyond that, there was something I was thinking about. I can do a little bit of filming right now for the beginning of those videos. There's something that's on the edge of my head that I needed to do. Oh, I wanted to check out the phone numbers because that was crazy how none of my calls are going through. I wonder if we've done something to our A2P.
It looks good.
6% is pretty high error rate. Not bad today. Oh, yeah, it's terrible today. So why is this happening? Oh, these people are out of the country. I'm catching numbers that are not US numbers. I know this guy's in London.
Yeah, but that mistake should have not happened with my number being Florida local. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it still happened to you. Nan, do you think we just need to swap out all of our numbers?
Oh,
I wish there was a better way to just check the health of them.
there's no direct way actually.
Yeah. Other charges. Yeah, even that one text costs $90 to everybody. Oh, we got a lot of there's a lot of carrier fees that didn't know. I don't even know what that is. Maybe it's for errors and stuff. So yeah, we are getting some high opt-outs. That's today, isn't it? So we've never had this issue before. We had it today. You see that, Nyan? All these warnings that came today for the first time.
Yeah.
Like there's December 14th, and we didn't have anything until today. So we must have just caused a problem today. I'm not sure what I did different.
Is there any extra log in there?
Probably the email. Do you think that's what we should check?
There should be an email for warning as well.
Warning. I can't remember what these emails usually say. Is it lead connector?
Oh, nope.
Non-compliant messaging activity is what it is.
Yeah.
Here it is. Yeah, I've never had one. Wait. Opt-out rate's only bad if it's 0.1%, if it's 1%. So the problem is not the opt-out.
Is the number that we're sending
It's
SMS.
it's the error rate. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the opt-out's really good. That's actually, 9 times lower than it can be. It can be up to 1%. But the error rate, it looks like maybe I didn't add a tag I usually add that filters out. I think I should have done the validated SMS tag. That's probably what it is. So let's see what number I'd sent that from today. Isn't that I went from our main line, Nan.
Sure.
Yeah. I didn't select the number to send from, and I guess that's the one it does automatically.
Oh, yeah. But you can actually select a number.
Yeah.
So if that's not selected, it should be going out from the default line.
All right. So now I'm just thinking about what we do to fix it. We got high error rate, not opt-out rate. And so our number shouldn't be ruined from that, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, it has just cost our like money on that. I think so.
Yeah. But why are my calls not going through to Joel, you know?
But it can be for all of those number.
Can you explain what you mean?
Like we are A2B verified and our caller ID is working well.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think can that
So
be
you think
Tulio on the agency view?
you want me to look at the agency view?
Yeah, with our sub accounts or something. But it should be not calling other than just going to a voicemail or something. It will directly cut off if we are having some issue with our phone number.
Okay. I'm not sure what you want me to check in here. The phone services?
Yeah, so I'm in the phone integration. I'm just checking if there's an error or something.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Hmm. Um, yeah, I don't think that's gonna have any data for us there. But um, my main concern is just making sure that I can call clients.
Yeah.
Eh,
Hey man, can we try a call from Pixie to Joel's number and see if that's
Yeah. Joel, Joel, you still on here?
Yeah, it's 407.
Oh shoot, I've been on there's somebody I'm in somebody's voicemail. All right. 407.
632
Mm-hmm.
2678. Okay.
All right, let me see. Tell me if you get this one. I'm sure you will. Kixie always works perfect.
Your call has been forwarded to an
Nope.
automated voice messaging system.
It's kind of a relief. So Joel, something's going on with your phone.
Okay. But it's not even showing anything, like no voice, like no left
Your call
voicemails, no
has been
photo, you know
forwarded to
what I
an
mean?
automated.
Yeah. It's going straight to voicemail even when I call from new numbers.
I
And
gotcha.
not even when I dial twice. So I don't know what that's about. Um, Jamie, can I try calling you from the system real quick?
Yeah, good.
Oh my gosh. When you start uploading those the leads from cold email, it's just so many of every single name. Bye. All right. Please, baby, just work.
What up?
Jamie? Oh, thank God. That's now I feel relaxed. All right. Cool. So the phones are still working. I have to assume that it's some other. I know I need to use the validated SMS tag because now we've ran the number validator on all of our contacts. Is that right, Nyan?
Yeah.
So I already tried that the other day. So I'll make sure I do that every time. That'll fix the error rate. And numbers seem okay. Let me check. I can't believe nobody replied though. That's the one thing I'm like,
Yeah. That's not
Try
normal.
texting me, Rob.
Jamie. Dang, man. All right, text sent. I'll wait for it to load. Pretty sure it's sent. It's taking a second to process, I think. The 5555 is the number.
Yeah, that's the right number. I don't have anything yet.
Yeah, they're pending. Let me know if you get that. If you don't, just tell me. It'll tell you the status here, and it takes a second sometimes. I'm gonna go and check on the status of those other messages and see.
Just got it.
There we go. All right. It sounds
Where
like they just really didn't want to talk to Rob today.
where did you get the group message? I saw you say
You,
it was new, but then I couldn't find
you go to this little button right here.
to the create. Got it.
Yep. I think that's a really powerful tool, but yeah. And so 4 out of 5 didn't deliver. And
I just got a second one.
my guess is that they logged in, and because there was an error when they were trying to get in there, they just blew it off. And that's the best I can come up with. What does everybody else think? I know you guys, I probably have the most experience, but I'm curious to hear what you guys think.
I know for me, I'm late all the time because it's like I was on a call today and I couldn't get off the call. I was on a different Zoom. I don't know what to jump over. I didn't know if I could get in because I wasn't registered. But that's
Okay.
happened to me on the last 4 or 5.
We changed it. So now, like for the group coaching, the link will be right there for you.
Yep.
It's so today, was it just a straight Zoom joining link, or what was it?
Yeah, it was, and it was easy for me to get in. Like
Okay.
actually, for me, it
Yeah.
worked out extremely well.
We want to do that for people that are members. Yeah, we just give them the link to join. But if they're
Mhm.
not, we want to make sure we get their phone number before. And so that's why we do
Correct.
and then now we'll do the group chat at the beginning and say, hey guys, we're all hopping on. Let us know if there's any issues. So Nyan, we need them to fix that video before they head off today.
Yeah.
And we'll try this tomorrow at 2, tonight at 8. You know, it was like a good ways away before the meeting, so I hope we get a good show rate, and we may get more bookings by the time that rolls around. Let me take a look. So we had
When I do
12.
mine, and it's nothing like this, but when I do mine, I set up a waiting room.
Mm-hmm.
Only because I can turn it on like 15 minutes beforehand. So when
Right.
people log in early, it's up and running. And I'm just not there yet.
Yeah. Well, they can go into the to the webinar page and wait there too, and the countdown will keep counting down, and as soon as it hits 0, the video comes on.
Got it.
And so that should work. But what happened was when they clicked the link to join, I think they had just updated this redirect and it failed because they had changed it so late right before the meeting. I hadn't tested it. And so I think that's what happened. Nyan, is that your best guess?
Yeah, me also. The trigger link.
All right. So here we go. Round 2 at 8 p.m. And then, guys, this is just a good lesson of what it's like. Like, I know you guys have heard a lot of my success stories, but there's been a million times where I spent 20K on ads and did not make my money back. There's been a million times where things didn't go according to plan, and that's just how you figure it out. And so you have to be careful not to overshoot yourself too far to where you make a mistake you can't come back from. You have to be ready to fight tooth and nail when you do take a risk and and it doesn't go as well as you think. And you just learn, you get it better and better every day. And so the great thing is Go High Level is a tool that is so inexpensive but so powerful that when you have a lot of willpower on one end of it, you'll figure it out. You know what? It's like, and Go High Level is never going to break your bank as you learn those lessons.
How
I
hard is
really,
it to set the webinar up? So like, could you set it up for 10 minutes from now? And like, I can log into this and then go through the thing and see if it actually all works, or do you want to
I see
wait
what
till
you're
8
saying.
o'clock to run it? Like test run it?
I think that it's since my team's not there, and so Nyan, here's what we should do, Nyan. We should have the joining link. It should be a trigger link that we can switch out between Zoom and between this meeting. You know what I mean?
Okay.
so that if I'm like running one late and I want to do it in person, I can change the trigger link without you guys being there.
The
Or
trigger was the Zoom link before, but we switched it over to the webinar page. I think that caused the issue, so it has to be a new link every time.
okay. All right. And
So that's
so
my guess, but I just need to test on that.
so how do you think I should run the meeting tonight? Because we don't send out a link to join until 10 minutes before, do we?
Nope. Only 10 minutes before.
And did we already fix the calendar redirecting to the live meeting room? Or are you
Uh,
waiting until you get the redirect on that page?
yeah, so I just had to work on the code a bit also.
All right. So I know you guys are off in 2 hours. The main thing that I need to figure out, I want to be prepared to do this properly tomorrow, but
Yeah,
the main thing that I need is to make sure that I know how to run this, and I think that I should do it live. We need to collect some cash. And so I don't want to
yeah,
leave room for error. So can we just, what's the best way? Swap the links out manually in the reminder flows?
yeah. That's the main thing that we can do right now for the 8 p.m.
Okay. All right. So if you guys can make sure we switch out that in all the reminder flows,
Yeah.
then we should be good to go. And then we'll need to swap them back in the morning.
Yep.
All right.
And after, if I can get time, I'll make sure I have a separate flow with the redirecting setup that we have.
Okay. For all of our like daily join emails for clients, so we like realized the client tagging is not right.
Yeah, that should be fixed by today for sure.
Okay. And so then we can have the client text done. And these days are so hectic. We lose so much time getting ready for these events that we have to automate all these things, you know?
Yeah.
So we should be almost there. And they'll let me know when the nurtures are done and I'll go in there and fine tune them.
Yep.
So I'm just making sure I've looped up everything for the day. For you guys
So,
on here, Darius has his hand up. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Phil? So, for me, with the getting LinkedIn or whatever the response to the emails, right now for me, and I don't know if anybody else is having the same problem, but I am, and that is that I get a lot of emails from. Well, but basically, what it is, I can't tell which ones the ones I should be responding to, and which ones I shouldn't. Like, I can't tell if it's part
Yeah.
of the ones I should be responding to as.
So we're switching it. So as have been sending these manually, I'm adding all the tags and sending them every day. And I make mistakes. Like today, I sent a text without adding the validated SMS tag, which caused an error rate. But what I'm saying is now that we have these nurtures in place and these emails are automated, I'll make sure that you as clients, that you guys all have the tags so you get all the client emails. Diane was saying that'll be done today.
Okay.
And since I'm not doing it manually, I won't accidentally send you guys emails that are for non-clients. And
Gotcha.
so you guys, the only thing you guys should be concerned about if you're an affiliate is to be coming to one of those weekly group coachings or all every week. And then if you're a done with you client, you've got one-on-one meetings with the team you can do. Darius, did you get the calendar? Were you here when we went over the calendar earlier?
I did not get the calendar, no.
I think it's in the chat. So
Yeah, it
this
is.
is, I think I might have to repaste it.
I think it's yeah, it's there. I'm looking right at it.
Since he joined after, it might not show up for him. I'm not sure.
Okay, I just saw a link put out there.
Yeah, I just resent it.
Okay.
And then so we have I'll explain it to you real quick. So this is for clients. This menu right here is done for you clients. And so they can do one-off IT meetings, a meeting with creative for ads, website, or funnel work. IT meeting could be for any type of integration, inside or outside of Go High Level. And then the weekly recurring meeting. The only thing is, I give you guys the weekly meetings with the team, usually complimentary, or it is complimentary. But I can't do that if people start missing meetings. Or it'll just have to we would just have them book a regular one-off. And that really messes things up because I need to be seeing clients every week. So just better, just make sure you pick a time you can come to. If you're an affiliate, you've got all the group coaching calls, and you start here with the sales and marketing group coaching strategy. And then you've also got an introductory one-time meeting with the team, one-on-one onboarding. You can save that till you have a technical issue if you're an affiliate, and you can have them get on one-on-one with you for an hour. You also have Go High Level support you can access anytime on Zoom. Since I only take $40 instead of charging you guys for a sub account, and part of that is so that you guys are going to stay longer, and the other part is now you have 2 layers of support, so it makes you even more sticky to that base part of the Go High Level. This class is for if you're like doing outbound voice with Bland, Air, Simple Talk, or using a third-party AI chat integration for HighLevel. And then this one, nope, I had it backwards. This is the one for advanced. This is the one for native Go High Level setup or troubleshooting. So those are all the different things you've got. And of course, if you're a done for you client, you've got hours. You can use those for a one-on-one meeting with me. Or if you are an affiliate, you can pay $200 for the half hour. And on that time, like I can come in and write your email. You're like your email writer. I can go in and help you customize it. Like any resources I have or anything I can do for you, I'll use that time for. There's no restrictions on what we can do on that time. So hopefully the next one I do, I will crush it tomorrow on the live webinar. And then I'll just be able to say, look, you can see I messed up in the beginning one time, but now I'm closing 100 at a time one day. So we'll have the whole story for them, as I always do.
Nice.
I mean, that's the way it is for everybody. I'm never afraid to, maybe I do it too much, but I'm never afraid to say when I mess up. And I think it's important for everybody watching to know that this is normal, and I think a lot of people try to act like everything goes perfect for them all the time and are scared to be human, but it's a part of the process. And uh, it's the only way you get good results is by having bad ones. Anybody have any other questions we can answer real quick?
Thanks for showing us the long version of your training here. This is good.
No problem. Well, I will see you guys all on Tuesday, unless we have one-on-ones. And then please download that Go Collab app. Hit the team with any questions in the community, and that way we can help you guys all. As we get the client tags figured out, we're gonna make sure you guys all are added to the client space, which is an exclusive higher tier community where we've got more visibility on you, and you'll get higher quality of service.
I'm going so high.
Yeah. I did want to ask a question about, you said, so as far as the Go Collab, there's a mobile app for that, because I'm trying to log in. I mean, I always log into the community through my laptop.
Yeah, we dropped the link in the chat earlier on this meeting. I'll see if it's still here. There it is. But you just look up Go Collab on the App Store.
Okay, just Go Collab on the App Store. Okay.
Yeah, I just sent it to. Here you go. There you go, everybody.
Okay. And then my last question is just as far as I guess you didn't have that client tag on me, but I really need that the email marketing stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of my main things that I'm missing, that I need to really get on top of.
Here, let me send you the packet of stuff. I'm just gonna drop it here in the Zoom chat for you. I'm gonna put a course together in the next few days with once we have the snapshot. Okay. For now, the way I'm doing it is sending these manually. And that's the way I was doing it when I did the masterclass. That video shows me sending them manually in the morning. So I'm going to send you a few resources. You should be getting my emails every day, unless you want me to stop sending you the exam. That's why I was sending them to everybody, because I was sending them to everybody so they have my example emails.
Okay.
But
I'm good with the emails. You can keep them coming. I'm good with that. Getting those.
We probably should segment it. But I need to send you yeah. So here's where you should go. Go to the community and go to HighLevel Masterclass, Next Steps and Data for Email. And that's going to cover everything you're looking for.
So I click on that post. That's how I get to that HighLevel Masterclass, Next Steps and Data for Email. Okay, gotcha.
And then basically this walks you through what you need to do to get the copy, but I'm going to paste my sample emails there, and that gives you a good way to start. And then we're going to have an automatic email writer for you here in the next week or so. I finished that last night, but I didn't even have this idea when I had the masterclass. So now we've taken it a whole nother level. And that's kind of why I was about to give you some other resources, but I'm realizing it's just going to be confusing until I have the snapshot. And so for now, sample emails, I thought I already pasted this in here, but I think I saw 2. All right, so I just added those in there. And there it is. Now it's at the top. So check the comment there at the bottom. And that's got the document with the copy. And then I'm also going to give you, when you get the data from Seamless, you're going to have to convert it into the format for Go High Level. And this document will help you do that.
Okay.
I need to make the course just for members, but it's not that big a deal, bro. I'm just going to share this stuff here with everybody, and then I'll worry about protecting it from non-clients after I get the course done. Gotcha. So let me find this video I made for everybody that explains like the more basic way of doing it.
And this is on the classroom section of an AI Initiates.
Discussion.
Discussion. Oh, that's under discussion. Oh, when I click that post?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, yeah, I gotta learn how to navigate through that.
Yeah, that discussion, like that community right there, everything you need's in there, and just get familiar with it, and you'll know, you'll be able to find everything. I can't remember like who
I think
when
it
I
was the
filmed
email
this.
setup tips for Go High Level. Yeah, the third one.
All right. And for now, we can just direct people to this post when they have issues until we get the course done.
Okay, that post, that main post. Gotcha.
All right, bing. So I'm gonna add a little more description on there. That's not professional. Oh,
I think that was for Seamless AI.
all right. Well, thank you guys. I'm gonna make sure the team chomps through everything else we need to chomp through for the next hour of the day. Thank you all for coming, and I'll see you all on Monday at the latest.
All right, man. Thanks, man.
Thanks,
I'm gonna
Rob.
get this calendar updated with events too. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
All right. Good deal, man.